center ice for Seitz. And then the Magicians enter the zone with it again, but turn it over. It's played out to center by Villegas, but punched back in and on goal. It's going to be covered up by Ryan. Minnesota controls off the draw in the Springfield end. With it on the end boards was Lucas Canta. He's got it in the corner. Now it's up to the point to Kriska, but he can't hold it in. Now back the other way come the Blues. It's McCormick in on the left wing, and he has his shot blocked. And the Magicians are going to gather it back up. Now look to clear. For the Minnesota Magicians, that's Cole Orovitz. And now it's Gabriel in on net, and he's unable to get a shot off, and it comes to the near boards. Here's Swanson in the corner. He's knocked off of his skates. Now Villegas battles for it. But he's got Blake Kriska right on his back. It's played to the far side for Osborne, and now up the far boards to McCormick. But he's defended there just inside the blue line, and the puck played back out to center. Gabriel gains the zone with it again. Centers one for Villegas, but looked like it may have tipped off the stick of the goaltender and to the far boards, and then a wrist shot in on net by Osborne, and the save made. And Panisa in to take the draw. He's got Villegas to his right. McCormick lined up to his left. Wins it. And then unable to hold it in at the blue line was Osborne, and now Seitz back the other way with it. Makes a move, and a save made by Wilson. Just over 5 minutes played. Brilliant save by Wilson. And it remains a scoreless game now. Villegas out to center. He's going to clear it in. Panisa giving chase, but it comes to the out with 12:24 to go in a scoreless game. And Minnesota able to get it into the Springfield zone off that face-off. Now it's on the far boards for McCormick. But the Blues can't do anything to clear it. There's a backhander towards the net from Conan, but it was blocked. Coming up on 12 to play in the first. And it's back out to center ice. Blues with it. McCormick plays it in. Slowly it comes in on net, and it's covered up by Skinner for the whistle. 11:56 up to his right. McCormick to his left. McCurdy and Shearer on the blue lines. But it's Minnesota with the face-off win. They play it out to center, and then it's played in to the Blues zone by Lanigan. Falling down in the corner was Hale. He gets it back. Centers one for Lanigan, and it was a little too far out of his reach, and it comes to the far boards. Now Sjogren with it. Plays it for Lanigan in the corner, and now up high for Foss. Back for Sjogren, and now Lanigan. Under 11 and a half to go. Hale plays it up for Foss at the point. Fires a wrist shot. It made it on net. Save made Wilson. And still controlled by Minnesota. They keep it alive. Back up to Foss. He attempts another wrist shot. That one deflects well wide. There's a centering attempt for Lanigan again, but good defense there for the Junior Blues, and they get it out to center and are going to get some Jack Rode goal, his fourth of the season. It was a nice wrist shot from a high percentage scoring area, and he did not miss. Now it's Panisa with it in the Minnesota end, and it's played in deep behind the net. Panisa back to the corner with it. Plays it for McCormick, but it's going to be cut off by Conan. Now Seitz plays it out to center for Canta. He's going to try to backhand it along, but good play in the neutral zone there by the Blues to keep him from advancing. This one's going to be fired in on net, and the save made. And the Magicians win it. It's played around to the near boards for Kukkonen, but he can't clear. Then Oberle gets it back. He's able to clear it out to center for Minnesota. And Shearer is going to play it back in. Reifenberger gathers it. Plays it to Overlay, now up to Kukkonen, who backhands it out to center. And now back to get it in the Blues zone is Shearer. It's gloved down on the far boards there by Kriska. Under 5.5 to play. Panisa frees it up. He's going to skate it out to center. Panisa dishes it at the blue line to Larionovs, and his shot goes wide. And now a shot in by Jensen, and that one a save made by Skinner. Coming up on 5 to play here in the first period. Villegas gathers it up, centers one for Bruick, but his shot goes high. Up and out of play, 5:03 to go. Magicians won the faceoff, but then they lose the puck as Villegas gathers it and skates it all the way down to the Minnesota end. He's knocked against the boards, has some help from Longy down there. It's freed up to Villegas. He puts one towards the net, gets it back, and backhands it along for Panisa in the corner. Now Longy plays it along the end boards, but Foss gets it to Sjogren, and now Lanigan out to center ice for the Magicians, and Lanigan's going to play it in. Coming up on 1 minute to go. This faceoff will come to the right of the goaltender Skinner in the Minnesota end. And Conan wins that one, but then it's turned over in front it is, and they score. It's Caden Villegas poking it in for the Blues, and with 19:13 to go in the second period, it's now a 3-0 Junior Blues lead. The assist goes to Jackson Salt on the Caden Villegas goal, his 10th of the season, and that leads the team in that category. Villegas also the overall point leader on the Junior Blues, and as they come to center ice for the faceoff, it's a 3-0 lead. Now in net number 35, Sam Villatelka. So Dyson Skinner out of the game in favor of Villatelka, and the Junior Blues on the power play. McCormick has it in the corner, plays it for Swanson. Swanson up for Villegas, now across for Osborne. Back to the far point for Villegas. Osborne gets it back from him. Now Panisa on the near boards. Osborne gets it back from Panisa up high. Then Panisa with a one-timer, and that one sails wide. It's kept alive by the Blues. Minute 29 to go in the power play opportunity. There's one centered for Panisa. Had to settle it. Gets it out to Osborne, and then it's blocked by Stein in front. And now the Minnesota Magicians are going to clear. Back to get it is Osborne in the Springfield end. He'll pull up back of the goal and get it started. Minute 8 to go in the power play as Osborne gains the zone. Now Villegas with it. He pulls up in the corner. Fans on the pass. Gets it back and passes to Panisa. Good stick there by Bolin. Pokes it out to center ice, and the Blues retreat. Now Bolin with it. And referee with his arm up again, and we're going to get a penalty called against the Junior Blues. Reifenberger wins the draw. Stein has it at the point. He fires a shot that deflects just wide of the net. Minnesota still in control. It's Reifenberger on the far boards, gives way to Stein. Wrist shot, and that goes high and wide. And the Blues keep it to the outside. Here's Kukkonen with it. Centering attempt. And that's swatted back to the outside by Jaden Jensen. Coming up on 13 to go in the second period. As now Villegas gets to it in the corner, plays it up for Panisa, who's going to angle it off the glass. And all the way back down to the Minnesota end for icing. Panisa won it back to the end boards. And now it's played out by Villegas in a 2-on-1. Developing for the Blues, it's Panisa with McCormick. Pass over to McCormick, and he couldn't settle it and get the shot on. It's back out to Sims at the point. Sims over for McCurdy. He winds up, takes a slap shot. It's loose in front and pounced on by the goaltender, Sam Villatelka. He covers it up for the whistle. 12:41 to go, second period. Marco Reifenberger wins another one in the offensive zone for the Magicians, but they lose it, and it's Panisa back the other way. He's knocked off of his skates. Ref's arm goes up. That's going to be a penalty as Panisa is taken down there in the corner. The Minnesota end. Swanson up there with Panisa, McCormick, and Osborne and Shearer on the blue line. Check that Caden Villegas on the blue line on the far side of your screen as it's cleared back down by the Magicians, gathered up by Max Osborne. Now Panisa skates it up the far boards. Tried to get it to McCormick as he crossed the blue line, but it comes to the Magicians and they clear again. 10 minutes to go is a tricky play there. Puck took a funny bounce off the glass and out in front. Another big hit on the near side, and we're going to get another penalty coming up on the Minnesota Magicians. A big hit down there in the corner on Aaron Swant's advantage for the Blues for the next minute and 23 seconds. Here's John Panisa to take the draw. He wins it. Back to the point for Villegas. Now Max Osborne. Villegas gets it back from him. Those two play catch with it on the blue line. Now it's Osborne carrying it. Fires a shot, wrist shot from between the face-off dots, and a good glove save made by Villatelka. He'll hang on to it. 9:36 to go in the second zone. Panisa wins another one, back to Villegas. He gets it back from Panisa and feeds it over to Osborne. Villegas to Panisa again. Up high for Osborne. Wrist shot and another glove save. They're testing Villatelka on that glove side. Panisa wins his third face-off in a row here on this power play in the offensive zone for the Blues. Pass bounces off the skates of Villegas, and the Blues are going to have to retreat to center. Still 5-on-3 for another 40 seconds as Osborne crosses the line and dishes to Panisa. Panisa over to Villegas. And then a shot fed through by Longy, but it went just wide. Comes off the boards and back out to center. Panisa gains the zone with speed. Blues win it. It comes to Villegas, who skates it out to center. Tried to play it in, but it went up and out of play at center ice. 4:20 to go on the clock. Hale wins the face-off for the Magicians and plays it into the Springfield end. Hale still with it in the corner, then loses it. Panisa gathers it, skates it out to center ice. Panisa for McCormick over the line. McCormick centers one, and it's kept aside by the goaltender. Now Bolin with it, looking to clear. He skates it out to center. Now the Blues get it back in there, and under 4 minutes to play in the second period as Billy Sims starts from back of his own net, feeds it up to McCormick at center ice, and then his pass is broken up and brought back in by Kukkonen, and his shot deflects and comes back in the net. Coming up on 3.5 to play. It's held in at the point by Stein. Then he gets it to Seitz. He whips on the shot, and now numbers back the other way for the Blues. Villegas leaves it for Panisa, but then a good stick defensively by the Magicians, and they're able to poke it back out to center. Now Kukkonen back the other way over the line. Coming up on 3 to play. They battle in the corner for it. Rode in there battling Kukkonen. Still trying to move the puck down there in the corner. It finally comes free and comes to Swanson, who backhands it out to center. And now Rode with a potential break again. Makes a nice move, but unable. Here's Lanigan with it at center. Cross-ice pass comes off of the near boards, and it's going to be played in by Orovitz. The Blues get to it, and they clear it back out to center. McCormick gets to it, plays it in, chases it in deep. And now the Magicians get it back. Sjogren at center. He's going to fire it into the far corner. Lanigan gets there first for the Magicians. Now it's Sjogren again. He fires the shot from the face-off circle and the save made by Wilson. Puck kept alive by the Magicians. Another shot on and stick save made by Wilson. He'll hang on to it. He's going to get it started. And that's going to do it for the penalty. The Blues are back to full strength. They killed it off. Now under 11 and a half to go. It's played off the boards. Now one centered. And Cole Horvitz with a chance, but he couldn't settle the puck and get the shot off. Now Villegas back the other way. In on net and fires it off the shoulder of the goaltender Villatelka, then goes hard into the boards. He gets back up. And the puck all the way back down to the Springfield end. McCurdy races to it in the corner. 3. Minnesota comes away with it off the draw. And it's played out to center. It pops up high. And Conan plays it along, but it comes to Villegas. He has his pocket picked by Seitz, who plays it in. Now a centering attempt. Villegas was there to get it, and the Blues look to clear. Panisa now with it. He gains the zone. He's forced out wide and knocked off the puck just inside the blue line. 7.5 to go here in the third period. Larionov's with it at center ice for the Blues. He feeds it across to Sims, who skates it past the red line, fires it in, and it's going to be covered up by Villatelka for the Wizards. Christie wins the draw in the Blues end, but a good stick by McCormick. Gets the puck out to center. He feeds it ahead for Villegas, and he's knocked off of his skates and forced to the corner by Oberle. And the Magicians get it back. It's Christie with the puck. Skates it across the center ice line, now the blue line. Christie knocked down in the corner there, coming up on 5 minutes to play. Christie gets it back for the Magicians, looking for an option, feeds it up high for Oberle. He fires a shot. That one hits off of traffic, never made it on net. Now Panisa with it, out to center. John Panisa gains the zone. Feeds it back, long heave. Fires the shot, gets sets it face off in the Springfield end with 2:02 to go, and the Blues leading by 3. Stein has the puck as the Magicians win the draw. Fires a shot into traffic, and that one might have been blocked by his own man in front. Now a shot down towards the empty net, goes about a foot wide, and that's going to go for icing. With the face off in the Springfield end, and the Blues win the draw. Then it's played around to the far boards. McCormick with it. Plays it back for Shearer. He's running to the boards by Lanigan. Now McCurdy gets to it. He lofts it out to center. This one is going to go well wide and into the corner, and it's going to be icing one. Panisa wins the draw. Now Villegas plays it out to center, but it deflects off of a stick up and out of play into the Minnesota bench. Swanson's going to backhand it just wide of the net. Chases it down to the far side net. Empty. Villegas with a chance, and he scores. Empty netter for Villegas. And it's 5-1 Blues with 13 and a half seconds to go here in the third period. For Caden Villegas, that's his second goal of the night, his 11th on the season, leading the Blues in that category. And that's going to just about seal this one here in Springfield. Caden Villegas with the empty net goal with 13 and a half left on the clock, and it's 5-1 Blues as we drop the puck at center ice. The Magicians win it. Now it's going to be fired in by Jensen. 3 to go, and the Junior Blues have taken the first game of this two-game weekend series by a final score of 5-1. Caden Villegas with 2 goals tonight, including the empty netter. Jack Rode, Carson Jones, and Cole Schneider each adding goals tonight for the Junior Blues as well. Over on the Minnesota side, it was Chris Conan scoring the only goal for the Magicians tonight. That's how we arrive at our final score, 5-1 in favor of the Blues. We'll be right back here tomorrow night, 6:05 the start time. Same two teams, the Magicians and the Junior Blues. We hope you join us again on Hockey TV, and we certainly hope you've enjoyed this broadcast as much as we've enjoyed bringing it to you. Good night.